Hello, welcome to Beginners Yoga. I'm Lydia. I'll be guiding you through this practice. And if you go ahead and grab a few blocks, always nice to have around. And we're going to start with some seated breathing. So I like to have a seat on my block here with legs crossed. And if you normally sit with one leg crossed in front of the other, then maybe switch your feet, looking to bring a little balance to the brain and the body here. And we'll start by sitting up nice and tall and grounding down through your sits bones. Begin to lift up through the crown of your head and tuck your chin slightly. Maybe stacking the hands in your lap, bringing the tips of the thumbs together in a meditation mudra. From here, closing the eyes or giving just a nice soft gaze toward the floor. And breathing in and out through the nose. Here, just noticing the quality of the breath. Moving right into three-part breathing. Bring a hand to heart center and one to low belly. From here, you're going to inhale as you begin to allow the belly to expand. The rib cage will expand and feeling the chest rise. Exhaling, chest lowers. Ribs hug and gently draw your navel toward your spine. Keep going, filling up on your inhales. Reversing, drawing the navel in on exhales. Starting to allow that exhale to be slightly longer than your inhale. On your next exhale, just drop the hands back down into the lap. Drop your chin to chest. And we'll start working this nice curvature in the neck. Inhaling ear to shoulder. Exhaling to center and inhaling toward the other side. So keep going here. Just using your breath and syncing your breath with movement. As we move throughout our practice, the main focus is effortless effort in your poses. So breathing and finding an effortless ease and breath. Coming back to center, inhale the head up and just give a few shoulder rolls here. Back and forward. We'll move from here right into some wrist circles. So bring your hands together, interlace your fingers. Try to bring the forearms together best you can, and we'll just start to make some circles here. Full circles all the way around, warming up the wrist joint, working through any cracking or popping that you might be hearing. Keep moving, keep breathing. Switch directions. And on your next inhale, press through your palms. Drop your chin to chest, round the shoulders. Exhale, release. Re-interlace the fingers behind you and start to press down through the tops of the hands as you inhale, lift up through the heart. Maybe look up, maybe just keep the gaze forward. Exhale, release. A few more shoulder rolls here, back and forward. And then go ahead and come off of your block. Extend your legs out in front, and we'll just shake out the leg bone for a moment. So just lean back into your hands, lift up through your heart, and just shake out the leg bone from the hip socket. Deep breathing here. And then maybe point and flex the feet a few times. Come on back up to seated. Scoot the leg bone back into the hip socket. Bring your hands down next to your hips. Press gently down into your mat, and we'll start to flex the feet. So inhale, lift up through your crown. Exhale, ground down through your sits bones, and we'll just start to make some circles with the and then go ahead and switch directions here. Shake it out once more. And we're just going to find ourselves at the top of the mat with knees bent. So go ahead and make your way to the top of your mat. Knees are bent. Grab behind your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, lean back into the hands. Tuck your tailbone and make your way onto your back. Go ahead and draw your knees into chest. Your neck is nice and long here on your mat. And just maybe a few rocks side to side. And a few knee circles can feel good. So in your knee circles, you want to inhale as you press the knees away. Exhale as you draw the knees close. Find yourself back at center. Exhale, hug the knees in close. Point your toes here for just a moment. Inhale, press the knees away. Exhale, draw the knees back in. Let's After your last Vipassana move here, we're going to inhale, press the knees away, bring your feet down to your mat. Soles of the feet are pressing down into the mat. Your knees are hip distance apart. So you can use your block to make sure that your knees stay hip distance. So if your knees tend to fall open, then just grab your block, place it between your knees. Bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing down. We're going to do a few bridge pose moves here. So inhale, exhale, gently press your low ribs into the mat. So drawing your shoulder blades together, heart is nice and open. Inhale. Exhale again, gently press your low ribs into the mat. On your next inhale, gently press into your heels and start to lift the hips. We'll take 3 breaths here with heart nice and open, palms down, hips are lifted. Breathe. On your last exhale, slowly coming back down, try to come down 1 vertebrae at a time. Once you make it here, just take a deep breath. Exhale, gently press your low ribs into the mat. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, gently press into the low ribs. On your next inhale, again, gently pressing into the heels. Lift the hips, coming into that bridge pose. Keep the heart nice and open. Keep the hips lifted for 3 breaths. Exhale, slowly start to release 1 vertebrae at a time. Go ahead and remove the block from between your knees. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the knees in close. Give a little rock side to side. And a few knee circles. And this just helps to massage the low back after working on strengthening those low back muscles. 1 more time, exhale, hug the knees in close. Inhale. Exhale, roll over onto your side and just press your way back into a seated posture. So from here, we're going to make our way onto the belly. So come to your belly and bring your forehead to your mat. Slide your hands back just behind, fingertips should be just behind the shoulder blades here, okay? So shake out the hips just a bit and keep your elbows tucked in nice and tight. Tops of the feet are pressing down into your mat, and we're going to make our way into baby cobra. So inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in. We're protecting the low back. On your next inhale, gently press into your hands, lift your head, lift your heart. Keep your gaze towards your mat and breathe. Exhale, release. Forehead comes back to the mat. Keep your hands where they're at. Keep your elbows tucked in tight and just shake out the hips a little bit. Nice gentle movements here, just for keeping the low back protected and just moving through each pose, paying careful attention to our alignment in the poses. All right, so let's come back. We're here with forehead resting on the mat. Fingertips are just behind the shoulder blades. Keeping the shoulders back here, right? So maybe even think about drawing the shoulder blades together slightly. Inhale. Exhale, draw your navel in. Inhale, gently pressing into the hands, lifting head, lifting the heart. Keep your gaze towards your mat for 3 breaths. Exhale, release. Shake out the hips. We'll do one more baby cobra pose before we move into our next posture. So shake it out just a bit. Come back to center when you're ready. Keep those elbows tucked in tight. Keep those shoulder blades together. So we're keeping that heart open. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in. On your next inhale, pressing gently into the hands, lift the head, lift the heart, and breathe. 3 breaths. Exhale, make your way back down. Forehead resting on your mat, shake it out. On your next inhale, you're going to gently press into your hands, lift, and press the hips back, and go ahead and make your way into child's pose. So tip of the forehead resting on your mat. If your hips don't make it all the way back to your heels, that's okay. Just find your best place in your child's pose. Breathe. From here, let's inhale our way into a tabletop position. So we're in our tabletop position. In tabletop, you want your knees directly under your hips, wrists directly under the shoulders. And we'll do a few table to child here. So spread your fingers nice and wide. Inhale as you look towards the top of your mat. Exhale, press the hips back. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, back. Inhale, tabletop. This time we'll stay here in tabletop. You're going to inhale, look towards the top of your mat. Exhale, draw your navel in. And on your next inhale, you're going to tuck your toes under, lift your hips, and press your hips back, making our way into our first downward dog. So in down dog, just start to walk out the heels for just a moment, opening up the hamstring. Take your time here. Breathe. Maybe gazes toward the navel. And this time, just pressing both heels down towards the mat. If your heels don't reach it all the way towards the mat, that's okay. Find your best place here. If you need to put a deep bend in the knees in this posture, that's also a good place to start. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in. Inhale, look between the hands. And we're just going to step our way towards the top of the mat. And find yourself in your first forward fold. So in our first fold, we're just going to start to bend the knees in and out. You can use your blocks here to rest your hands on if you like. So just bending the knees in and out here. Exhaling as you bend the knees, inhaling as you lift the hips. Looking to bring the belly to the thighs here. Keep moving. And then inhale, press the hips up. You can keep a deep bend in the knees if you like to keep your belly moving towards the thighs. Rest here in your forward fold. Head is nice and heavy. Totally relaxed here. Most of the weight you should feel in the balls of the feet. And on your next inhale, we're going to allow the arms to be nice and heavy. We're going to slowly start to roll up one vertebrae at a time as if there is a wall behind us. So your head will come up last. So really stacking the vertebrae as you come up into a standing pose. Let me adjust my camera here for just a moment. All right. So we're in our standing posture, and we're going to come to mountain posture where our feet, more of a equal standing posture. So you want your feet to be hip distance apart. Okay, so that's your hip bones, not your hips, ladies, but your hip bones down through your knees and ankles. So once you get here, spread your toes nice and wide. And then bring your arms down by your side so your palms are facing forward, okay? So we're at the top of the mat. We're in our mountain posture, and we're grounding down through all four corners of the feet. And by all four corners, I mean you should feel 2 points of contact in your heel, and then 2 points of contact in the ball of your feet. So find yourself here. Lift up through your crown. Draw your shoulders back and down. Put a slight bend in the knee. Slight bend in the knee helps to bring your spine into more of a neutral alignment. So take a nice deep inhale from here with your chin slightly tucked. Exhale, draw your navel in. One more, inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in. This time we're going to find ourselves in a nice chair posture. And for this first chair posture, I'd like for you to just bring your arms out in front of you. So watch me here. You're going to inhale. Exhale, sit back as if you're going to sit in a chair, and you're going to inhale your arms out in front, okay? So you don't want to be here, you don't want to lean forward, but you're sitting back as if you're going to sit back into a chair. Put a slight bend in your elbows and relax your shoulders away from your ears. Your gaze is forward. 3 breaths. Each exhale, drawing the navel in. Inhale back to standing. Nice strong legs here. This is good strengthening for the legs. And even thinking about balance, you can use a wall to help you if you'd like. But I'd like for you to just try without the wall. So again, here, we're in our mountain pose. We're gonna move through chair 2 more times, taking our time, starting in our mountain pose, our equal standing posture. Toes are spread nice and wide. We're finding our 4 points of contact on the sole of the feet. Palms facing forward here. Inhale, lift up through your crown. Slight bend in the knee as you draw your navel in. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your arms out in front. A slight bend in your knee. Slight bend in your elbow. Inhale. Exhale, sit back. Keep your heart lifted. Keep your heart open. Keep your gaze forward. Breathe. Inhale back to standing. Palms come down by your sides, facing forward. Lift up through your crown. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in. One more time in our chair pose. Inhale, arms come forward. Palms are facing towards each other. Exhale, sit back. Keep your heart lifted. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Gaze is forward. Slight bend in the elbow is okay. Breathe. Inhale back to standing. Shake out the legs a little bit here. All right. So this time we're going to come into our chair pose. And from chair pose, we're going to move right into a forward fold. So watch me. Inhale, arms come out in front. Exhale, sit back. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hip creases and fold forward. Bring your belly towards your thighs. Maybe use your blocks. Inhale, head is nice and heavy. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs a little more. Exhale, draw your navel in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. So you can come up halfway with the hands just under the knees, or you can use your blocks, whatever feels good to you. So we'll do our fold into half lift twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. So using your blocks, on your next inhale, you're going to gently press into the blocks and step the right foot towards the back of your mat. Drop your right knee, shin, and top of the foot. And we've done this in our previous classes where we're here in our nice low lunge. And in your low lunge, you want to make sure that your knee and your ankle are in line with each other. And from here, we're just going to move back and forward. So exhale, press the hips back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale forward. Exhale back once more. Inhale forward. Go ahead and make your way all the way into your lunge. You can move deeper into the lunge by tucking the back toes under and scooting that knee back, or maybe moving the knee forward. So wherever you're at is okay. Find your best place. From here, we're going to inhale, come up, and interlace the fingers on top of that left thigh. Lift up through your heart and keep your gaze forward for 3 breaths. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, hands come back to the blocks. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and slide this left foot back. Inhale, move right foot in between your blocks, in between the hands. So we're coming into a lunge on the opposite side. Take your time. And again, you can, move that knee forward or back, moving into your low lunge where is best for your body. Inhale. Exhale, sink the hips back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale back into your low lunge. Exhale, start to press that left hip forward. And on your next inhale, go ahead and come up and interlace your fingers on top of the right thigh. Keep your gaze forward for 3 breaths. Exhale, hands come back to the blocks. Inhale. Exhale, slide the right foot back. Scoot your blocks out of the way. And go ahead and make your way into child's pose from here. See? Inhale into tabletop. So find your correct alignment in your tabletop. Knees under your hips, wrists directly under your shoulders. Inhale as you look towards the top of your mat. Exhale as you draw the navel in. Inhale. Exhale once more. We're gently pressing into the hands and fingertips, lifting. Exhale and drawing the navel in. This time we're going to inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, slide that left arm through. We're making our way onto head and the shoulder. Relaxed head, relaxed shoulder. You can keep the palm of your right hand on your mat, or you can start to reach for the top of the mat with the right hand. 3 breaths here. On your last exhale, slide that right hand back under the shoulder. Inhale as you gently press into that hand, slide the left arm back through. Inhale up. Exhale, back down to the mat. Check your alignment. We'll do the other side. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. Exhale, draw your navel in. Inhale, lift the right arm high. Exhale, slide that right arm through, landing on shoulder and head. You can keep your palm of the left hand down on the mat, or you can start to, again, reach for the top of your mat. Whichever feels good to you, breathing for 3 more breaths. On your last exhale, slide that left hand back under the shoulder. Inhale as you gently press into that hand, sliding right arm back through. Exhale, bringing right hand back to the mat. Find yourself back in your tabletop position. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press back once more. This time we're going to inhale and look between the hands and start to reach for the top of the mat. Exhale, ears in line with the arms. So your arms are nice and long here. On your next inhale, go ahead and come back up. And you'll notice instead of coming into tabletop, you'll be in a modified plank posture. So your fingers are spread nice and wide. You're looking towards the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, draw your navel in. Let's try for, if you're feeling up to it, maybe let's try for a full plank posture here. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees. Full plank. Breathe. Exhale, release the knees. Untuck your toes. On your next exhale, press the hips back. Keep the arms nice and long. Ears are in line with your arms. Inhale, look between the hands, reaching for the top of your mat. Exhale, ears in line with your arms. Breathe. Inhale back into your modified plank. Exhale, keep your elbows tucked in nice and tight. And on your next exhale, slowly lower your way all the way down to your mat. Forehead is resting on your mat. Shake out your hips for just a moment. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, press into your hands, lift your hips, press your hips back. Full child's pose. Take a breath. Slide your hands down next to your knees. And on your next inhale, slowly roll back up one vertebrae at a time. So keep your chin tucked towards your chest as you inhale your way back up to seated. Head comes up last. A few shoulder rolls once you get here. And then go ahead and make your way back towards the top of your mat. Come to the top of your mat with your knees bent. Grab behind your knees, sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, lean back into your hands. Tuck your tailbone, make your way onto the back as you draw your knees into the chest. Bring your arms out to your sides, palms facing up. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, extend your legs overhead. Flex through your heels. Breathe. Try not to grip in the shoulders and in the neck here, okay? So you're keeping a nice, strong core here. Inhale. Exhale, draw your navel in. Inhale. And on your next exhale, slowly start to allow the feet to drop over to the left. So not very far here, just enough to where you continue to keep that right shoulder on your mat. You don't want to feel any gripping in the arms or the shoulders.